It's definitely time for a reset. Hello loves. I'm just setting you up. We are back in the tiny home, which is lovely. Having been away for the last week, it is really lovely to be home, but it definitely means that I'm feeling need for a reset. This is something I like to do towards the end of the month, especially having been away. I feel a bit scrambled and I need to get my life together a little bit. So that's what we're going to do today. It's going to be a whole mix of things. So I already did a lot of my cleaning, so a lot of my reset does include cleaning. The house didn't need too much. My partner did keep it fairly tidy, but I have higher standards than him, so there definitely needed to be a little bit of a clear up. So I did quite a lot of that cleaning yesterday because I don't like to overload myself with a reset. I tend to do it over a couple of days, but there's definitely more I need to do today. I definitely need to do some laundry because I'm running dangerously low on clean underwear. I need to do a food shop because I have no food. We have basically no fruit or vegetables in the house, so definitely need to do that. I want to do a bit of journaling in my Notion and plan some intentions and my word for the month, and generally update my planners, including my reading planner, because I've managed to accumulate quite a few books this month, so I need to update that. I do all my planning in Notion, so I'll be showing you guys how I use that, and I sell templates for all those planners on my Etsy store as well, so I'll always have a link below in case you guys are interested in checking that out. So we should probably get into it. I think we will start with my monthly intentions. So I've opened up my Notion and my monthly planner, which is part of my So Living planner I sell on my Etsy store. I've only really been planning on a monthly basis this year, but I find it does make a massive difference and make me feel more intentional through the month. So I keep it really simple. I essentially just set some intentions for the month and choose a word. And my intentions, I try to focus on how I like to live rather than doing like specific goals. I do have specific work related goals in a separate section of my Notion with all my other work stuff, but I try and make this a little bit more general. So I go up to 5 intentions. That works for me anyway. And the first one is about focusing my deep work in the morning. So I have most of my energy in the morning, and that's when I prefer to do most of my work tasks. And I read the book Deep Work by Cal Newport a few years ago now, and he really is basically about the importance of setting aside like quiet time that you can get really focused. So that's what I've been doing. Rather than spreading the work through the day a little bit more, I've done like a focus, like even just a 2-hour slot in the morning when I'm most energized, and I can get most of my most important tasks done then. And it means I'm a bit more relaxed for the rest of the day. My second intention is to take time for nature writing. So this is something that I started at the beginning of this year, been keeping a nature diary, and I've been pretty regular with it, but I would say the last month or so it has slipped a little bit because I've just been a bit busier. So it's just reminding myself to keep prioritizing that, because it's really lovely, because it means I feel more connected with nature and also improves my writing. I did a whole video about my nature diary and insight into it for my Substack members, so I'll link that down below in case you didn't see that. And then I've just put foster creativity. So for me, that's the kind of thing where I want to go on like new walks or go to places that inspire me, and it's not generally like specifically work related, but it's stuff that really helps improve my creativity, as I think that's important because, you know, I'm a full-time creative, so it's important to nourish that. And then in terms of my diet, I've put enjoy simple wholesome food. Now that is something I do most of the time, but I have noticed recently I've cut down a little bit on processed food and a little bit more on processed sugar, and because we're going into the warmer months, there's going to be more fruit in season, and I just want to keep that in mind rather than always leaning to having a biscuit. Maybe have a bit of fruit instead occasionally. I found that it's really made me feel a bit more balanced through the day. I'm not having as many crashes, and again, I don't have a huge amount of that, but even a little bit I've cut out has made a difference. It's also really cleared up my skin. I've noticed, I mean, we all kind of know that sugar's not good for you, but I have noticed that my skin seems a bit clearer as well. So yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. And the last one is just to continue journaling. So that's my just sort of another creative outlet for me, and one that I don't prioritise enough, but I find really fun. So I want to continue doing that. And then my word of the month, I've just put present, because I want to live in the moment a bit more, and a lot of my words of the month have been in that theme. My word of the year is joy, so I try and fit in all of my intentions and all of my words with my sort of overall year intentions and word, and I think being present means I'm able to notice and appreciate all the small joys, so I think that works well. I've also just done a quick meal plan for the week, so I will show you how I've done that. So this is like a calendar database on Notion, and I've got a similar thing in my Plant Lovers food planner that I also sell on Notion. Got that template that I'll link it below in case you want to check it out. But yeah, I've just done about a week or so planning my lunches and dinners because I tend to have oats pretty much every morning, so I don't tend to put that in. So I've got for my lunches a mix of falafel bowl, tofu scramble. I'm out on Saturday, so I've not put anything in there, and then I'll make some broccoli soup at the weekend. And then I've got this mushroom pasta I like, squash curry, and then I forgot to put in here, but I'm going to do some like homemade burger patty things as well. And I often have leftovers from stuff, so you see these are like spread over different days, and I often also have like leftover veggies and stuff, so I'll probably be able to make more than it's there, but it's a good basis to start, and it means I can make a food list from this and be efficient with my food shop. So I feel a bit more organised. I'll do my reading planner later once I picked up a couple of books from the library, and now I think I'm going to go and do my food shop. Okay, I thought I would film you guys a quick food haul, so we'll start over here with more of the pantry and fridge items. I decided to get the Alpro oat milk. I usually get Oatly, but this was on deal, so I thought I'd give that a go. So I got 4 of those. I got some mixed herbs and a variety of beans. I wanted to try getting more organic stuff, so I tried to get organic kidney beans, chickpeas, and then I could only get normal butter beans. Baked beans, obviously a staple, 2 coconut milk, and then I topped up on some oats, and I like this because it's budget friendly and it also comes in a paper bag, so that's all recyclable. My favourite tea, Clipper tea, and then some Tesco own peppermint tea. These are some of my favourite snacks. These are like oaty fruit biscuits. I got some hummus, some organic hummus, the Alpro vanilla yogurt because I like to have that on Weetabix, and then 2 tofu. I'll probably put 1 in the freezer and 1 in the fridge. The Epic Mature Violife. I don't go through this very often, to be honest. I don't use it for much, but I like to have 1 cheese alternative in the fridge, and then a couple of garlic breads that will go straight in the freezer. And then the bulk is probably all my fruits and veggies because I had absolutely nothing in. So again, I'm kind of like cringing at the amount of plastic here, but I'm trying to get organic and could only get it in plastic, unfortunately. So got some bananas, some apples, some blueberries. I'll put that on my Weetabix for my yogurt. A couple of lemons because I like to have that with hot water in the mornings. Some tomatoes, chestnut mushrooms. I much prefer these to the normal kind of white mushrooms. I find them more flavoursome. Some cauliflower, some organic spinach, butternut squash, potatoes, just 1 sweet potato because I already had a couple, carrots, onions, courgette, and I could get all that plastic free, and I just buy these produce bags from Tesco. They're pretty cheap and then you can just reuse them. Some ginger and some broccoli, and I think that is pretty much it. And I think it cost me about £60 altogether, so not too bad I think, because although it's quite a lot of shopping, all of it's fairly cheap, so yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
If I close my eyes and think about us, I can see the person I know I should be. 'Cause honestly, I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you because now I see we were meant to be.
So for me, these monthly resets are all about balancing productivity with my slow living values. This is a skill I've been honing over the last couple of years, and it has been improved immensely by watching productivity classes on Skillshare, which continues to be my favourite learning platform and are kindly sponsoring this part of the video. My all-time favourite productivity teacher has to be Ali Abdaal. I love how engaging and enthusiastic his classes are, and also absolutely packed with science that underpins mindful productivity. Skillshare have actually created a learning path with all of Ali's productivity classes on there, which is super handy to have them all in one place. I especially enjoyed his class Productivity for Creators, Systems, Organisation and Workflow. I found that this was invaluable when it came to starting my creative business, and especially now that I am fully self-employed. This class helped me organise my creative ideas, manage my time better, and ensures that I'm consistently producing high quality content that I can genuinely be proud of. I love that Skillshare is an on-demand platform, so you can really learn at your own pace. There are classes for everybody on there. This includes stuff that would help you with your career, like marketing, or classes to help enrich your hobbies. And there's even some classes on there all to do with lifestyle and self-care. I've raved about Skillshare for years. I think they do fantastic things. So if you would like to try them yourself, you can click the link in my description and get a 30-day free trial with them. Thank you very much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and continuing to support my channel. Totally forgot to bring my camera with me, so I'm on my phone, sorry. I just nipped to the library because I forgot it doesn't open on a Monday morning, so I couldn't get it on the way back from doing the food shop, and got a couple of non-fictions. This is all about reading and the importance of reading and that kind of thing, which sounds right up my street. And then this one, I can't actually remember, I've been on request for a while, with Woman Rose Rooted. I think it's essentially about women nature, but I can't really remember. But yeah, they're good to add to my reading planner, so I'm going to go back now and get the rest of the books that I've accumulated over the last few weeks, and then we can update my planner together. This is a rather large pile of books. This isn't even all my this isn't even all my TBR. This is just the ones I've collected in the last few weeks. I don't really know how this has happened, but I do know how this has happened. It's accumulation of things. I think at least 3 of these my friend lent me, so you know, and then I've been to some more new charity shops because I went away for a week and I was like, oh, I've got to get them because I'm not going to come back here. So yeah, we got quite a chunk. I think these are, and then yeah, there's 2 I picked up from the library as well, and the rest are fiction, but I do get through them. But I do think because I read a lot, I love keeping a reading planner. It just means I find it stops me going overboard with books too often. So I know now, once I add these to my planner, I'm sure that's all my spring summer reading pretty much taken care of. So I'll put myself in a little bit of a book pause, book buying, borrowing pause. I mean, none of this, I mean, this has probably cost me under £10 for all of these because they're borrowed from a friend library, and then the rest of them are secondhand. So I'm not spending a huge amount of money, but yeah, it just keeps me intentional, and it means I really love mixing it up in terms of the genres I read, and it means I always it keeps it quite varied. And I've mentioned probably a zillion times at this point that I like to read seasonally, so I read books that seem to fit with the current or the upcoming season. It's not like a hard and fast rule, but it is really fun. And so at the moment I have been there's more romances in here than I would probably have in my autumn winter, and the autumn winter I love mystery as a genre, so I read it all through the year, but then in the spring summer I read maybe more light-hearted mystery, and then in the autumn winter more gothic mystery. But anyway, if you want more book content, I have a book playlist on YouTube, but I also do a lot more book stuff on my Substack. You can join that for free, so it's somewhere I do my writing, and you can get sign up to my weekly newsletter, as a lot of that is book stuff, or you can join my paid membership where I do a review of every single thing I read. So that includes books in my slow scroll, so I do a roundup of recommendations, not just books, everything, sort of food, outfits, other Substacks I've been reading, that kind of thing, once a month. So my members always get what I'm currently reading in the month and what my top book of the month is at the moment, and then I do a seasonal review of everything I've been reading. I do a video. So spring one will probably include some of these titles, so I'm not going to go through these all today with you guys, but yeah, just so if you wanted to hear about them, then I've got these to add to my reading planner, and I've just finished this book as well, which was my first ever Emily Henry. She's like a romance guru writer, if you don't know, and I loved it. I really enjoyed it. It's the first time I've read a contemporary just straight romance in ages, and I sometimes get a bit worried about reading romance being a bit cringe, but Emily Henry has done it, balanced it really well. Still a really lovely romance, but just felt more real, less cringe. I felt so anyway. So yeah, I definitely want to read some more. So what I'm going to do with this is I use book tabs to like save my favourite quotes, and then I add those to my Notion as well. And all this stuff I've been doing today, you can get part of my bookworm planner, again, that I sell on my Etsy store. So the planners you can buy separately, but you can also buy the bundle, so I'll link that down below, and then you get all of them. They'll all be linked. So yeah, I'm going to get started adding these to my reading planner. I hope you enjoyed this monthly reset and maybe got you inspired to do one of your own if you need it. Apart from putting all the books away that I now have on the sofa, I think that's pretty much me done with the reset for the day. And the sun has come out, so I'm going to go outside and enjoy a bit of a slow hour reading. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to get that free trial with Skillshare, then the link will be in my description. And I will see you guys next time.